Festive Surprise 2022 is like a guest to your house, maybe a good friend of yours that you enjoy spending time with, but they've overstayed their welcome. My review for Festive Surprise 2022. The pros, the cons, and of course, my final verdict. By the way, let me know overall what you had thought about the latest installment of Festive Surprise below in the comments section. The pros, the return of the older Festive Surprise content, as well as holiday-themed clothing, outfits, masks, the firework rocket launcher, snowball fights, the holiday beer hats that were login rewards for Christmas and New Year's weekends, and of course, the snow. Kind of a pro, kind of a con. We'll talk more about that in a minute. They did add some new free roam events for this edition of Festive Surprise. Dynamics, which include the snowmen. You had to go around the map destroying 25 snowmen in order to get the snowman outfit. Plus, I believe you got some cash every time you destroyed a snowman. And this was very similar to the jack-o'-lanterns back in October. But instead of 200 jack-o'-lanterns you had to destroy, it was whittled down to 25 snowmen, which was much easier for players to accomplish. So kudos, Rockstar, for limiting it to 25 snowmen instead of 200 snowmen in one day. And of course, you got the snowman outfit, which was a cool looking outfit. The other two dynamics that were included was Weasel Plaza Shootout, homage to Die Hard. And if you completed this challenge, you would get two items: the Season's Greeting skin for the Pistol Mark II, as well as a brand new pistol, the WM29 pistol. And then the Gooch dynamic, where the Gooch would attempt to rob you. And if you killed the Gooch, you would get the Gooch mask as a reward. And on Christmas weekend, you also got a free candy cane melee weapon simply by logging into the game. Now let's jingle on over to the cons. Festive Surprise 2022 has gone on way too long. At the recording of this video, we still have snow in GTA Online. Hopefully, that will be gone soon. Right, Rockstar? The snow has been kept in the game instead of being removed on New Year's Day. Now, the very first time we got the snow was, I believe, Christmas Day 2013. It was only in the game for a day. People complained because Rockstar only had it in the game on the 360 and PS3 for one day. They listened to the community and they started including the snow a little bit more and more with each successful Festive Surprise all the way up to 2022. It's one thing to give us a few days of snow, a week or two of snow, but it's been several weeks of snow in the game. And just like with Festive Surprise 2022, the snow has overstayed its welcome. It makes driving and flying a lot more difficult in the game, and the visibility is impaired by the snow at times. Plus, when players are trying to do jobs with the snow, it can cause problems here or there. And if we go by the current editions of the snow in GTA Online on the PS5 Xbox Series, it doesn't look that good at times. You'll be flying around in a helicopter, and especially with the plants like the palm trees and regular trees, you would see these low-res graphic pop-in issues that would happen that you think would not occur, but they do. And I think it's similar on last gen as well with PS4, Xbox One, as well as PC. And they're having complaints about frame rate issues because of the snow weather effects. And yeah, a lot of people are just ready for the snow to go. And that's usually the case with every year of Festive Surprise. Like one day, one weekend of snow is fine. But by 2 or 3 days, most players want the snow out of here. But the snow has remained in the game for way too long, courtesy of Festive Surprise 2022. And going back to the dynamics. Yes, the dynamics, Weasel Plaza as well as Gooch, really cool. But there has been some RNG issues. While some players have been able to get those dynamics to pop up within a reasonable amount of time, like the Die Hard dynamic on Weasel Plaza or the Gooch attempting to rob you, some players have spent hours and even days logging on to GTA Online attempting to get one or both of those dynamics to occur. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some players that have been still attempting to get the Gooch dynamic or the Weasel Diehard Plaza dynamic to occur. Most players that are interested in those dynamics have already done the proper research in order to find out exactly what they have to do in order to get those dynamics. It wouldn't shock me if there are some players that still haven't got the Weasel Plaza or the Gooch dynamics to occur for them, despite doing everything right and having an extreme amount of patience, especially if they've been doing it since the beginning of Festive Surprise 2022 up till today. So here's hoping that almost everybody that has been wanting to get their hands on the Gooch mask or the new weapon skin for the Pistol Mark II as well as the WM-29 pistol, hopefully you've been able to get those dynamics to spawn by now. But yeah, the RNG for those dynamics definitely needed to be reworked and tweaked and a bit more generous in my opinion. Plus, the final con I like to include with these Festive Surprise reviews is the fact that despite the fact the holiday-themed clothing is free, along with the outfits and the masks, you can only have access to them for a limited amount of time. And by the time the Festive Surprise is over and the snow's gone, so are those outfits and masks and clothing items and ugly sweaters. But in this case, I guess you've had plenty of time to enjoy those Festive Surprise outfits and masks and clothing items a little longer than past Festive Surprises. But still, it would be nice if we were able to actually purchase certain masks and sweaters and outfits that are only available during a certain time of year. But a small con at the end. Those are the pros, cons. Time now for my verdict regarding Festive Surprise 2022. It was overall a pretty good event. We added some additional dynamics, but it stretched out too long. Like, quote-unquote, butter spread over too much bread, according to Bilbo Baggins. That's exactly the way this event was. It went on for way too long, and I feel like that was done by design. Plus, the RNG issues were hit and miss when it came to the dynamic events. And this is the very beginning of perhaps the longest dripocalypse or drip feed for GTA Online. It could go on into the spring or all the way into the summer. Some people have been doing the numbers and crunching it out and saying if Rockstar puts out a vehicle every 2 weeks or puts out this in a few weeks or a month from now, etc., that it could very well go on from now all the way to May, June, perhaps even July by the time they roll out the summer update. So while we can breathe a sigh of relief that hopefully the Festive Surprise 2022 in the snow will soon be gone and it'll be back to the normal weather in Los Santos and southern San Andreas, mostly dry skies except for way too much rain. Then again, California has gotten a lot of rain this year, which is good because they've had droughts for the longest period of time. At least the snow will soon be gone, and then we can slowly continue with Dripocalypse 2022 from now till perhaps the end of time. But hopefully when it comes to Festive Surprise 2023, they'll add more content, more dynamics. They'll improve the RNG for Weasel Plaza, Gooch, along with anything else they add down the road. And hopefully Festive Surprise 2023 doesn't stay around as long as 2022. And yes, I realize the year is 2023, but technically this is Festive Surprise 2022 that we're still enduring. Your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding Festive Surprise 2022, as always, welcome below in the comments section.